You can have the vision, you can have the land, you can have the right people, and still watch the whole thing slowly collapse. Because you tried to fund the kingdom with Babylon's money system. This video is about the single financial shift that changes everything, and why most Christian communities never make it. Here is the uncomfortable truth that almost no one in the intentional community space will say directly. You cannot build a covenant community on top of a Babylon financial foundation. You cannot share life on the surface while keeping your finances completely private and fiercely independent underneath. You cannot preach interdependence at the table and practice radical autonomy in your bank account. The tension will tear the community apart, quietly at first, then loudly. Because the area that creates the most stress and isolation in modern family life is money. And if that area stays entirely individual inside a community that claims to be shared, the sharing is a performance, not a reality. Subscribe now. This is Christian Villages. Babylon's money system is built on one foundational assumption. You are on your own. Secure yourself. Protect yourself. Trust no one and nothing fully except your own financial position. And that assumption is so deeply embedded in modern Christian culture that it has been baptized with spiritual language. We call it being a good provider. We call it being responsible. We call it not being a burden. But underneath the language is the same old lie. You cannot fully trust God or His people with your provision. So hold on tight to what is yours. That belief is not just spiritually wrong, it is structurally incompatible with covenant community. Because the moment finances stay entirely private, inequality festers under the surface. Those with means quietly resent requests for help. Those who are struggling feel ashamed and isolated rather than covered. The shared life becomes a facade, beautiful on the outside, brittle underneath. The shift that changes everything is not complicated, but it is confronting. It is the move from ownership to stewardship. In Babylon, you own things. Your house, your car, your money. This is the deception. You do not own them. They own you. They dictate your time through the mortgage payment. They dictate your choices through the job you cannot afford to leave. They dictate your anxiety through the constant fear of losing them. In the kingdom, there is only one owner. God says the silver is mine and the gold is mine. Your role is not to accumulate and protect. Your role is to receive, steward, and release. That shift sounds theological. It is also the most practical thing that can happen inside a community. Because the moment a group of people stops treating money as mine and starts treating it as ours deployed for His mission, the whole dynamic changes. Decisions get made faster. Needs get met before they become crises. Generosity becomes the default. And the community stops being a collection of independent financial islands pretending to share life. It becomes an actual body, where what one part has flows to, where another part needs it, the way God designed it. Here is the part that most people miss. A covenant community that demonstrates a genuinely different relationship with money is not just a better way to live. It is one of the most powerful testimonies that exists in the world today. In a world enslaved by debt, competition, and fear, a community where security comes from covenant rather than from a balance sheet is visible from miles away. It does not just say God provides, it shows it in the well that got drilled, in the family that got housed, in the harvest that fed everyone without anyone going without. That community is not just building a village, it is building an argument for the gospel that no sermon alone can make. You cannot build the kingdom with Babylon's money system, but you can build it with a covenant community that has made the shift, from ownership to stewardship, from my security to our provision, from Babylon's foundation to the king's. Visit christianvillages.com to go deeper. And subscribe now so you do not miss what is coming next. This is not extreme. This is not crazy. We were meant to live this way.